Man, I know I ain't did a video on this channel in a long time. It's been a while since the last time I've been on this channel. But man, I just was, I've been going through life, man. Experiencing life, the good, the bad, the horrible, the ugly, the everything that you could think of. You know what I mean? For the most part, if you was following me previously, you kind of knew what I was dealing with when I was more consistent, like in terms of the breakup and trying to recover. Put the pieces together from that situation. So we've overcame that, but it's like lately my frustration has just been in life, and it's just been with people and just situations. And what I mean by that is like, so prime example, man, I'm at my job right now. So this video, I would say that this video is going to be about purpose and finding your purpose. And what do I mean by that? Finding a reason for existing, pretty much. That's a purpose. Finding the reason for which you was born. Finding what gives you satisfaction out of life. You know what I mean? Like if you want to help people, like whether you want to be a nurse, if you're a woman, whether you want to be a doctor, if you're a man, whether you want to be a lawyer, whether you want to, whatever it is you want to do, whether it is you want to start a youth foundation or something to bring some substance to this world. That's what purpose is. So find that. So my thing is this: a lot of times, man, we float vicariously through life. We float through life with really no sense of direction of where we want to go or where we're trying to go. We just kind of exist at that medium. You know what I mean? And sometimes things are good, sometimes things are bad, but it's just we barely exist to a certain degree. Like I feel like the majority of us, we're not living life. You know what I mean? It's like we're existing. We're here and we're present, but we're not here in spirit or in action. You know what I mean? It's like we just kind of here just going through the motions. Like, I hope that I have a good day, or I hope that my paycheck comes in a week, or I hope that my paycheck comes in 2 weeks. Or maybe I might be able to go on vacation. It depends on how my financial situation, and we be okay with that minimum living. Right? We're okay with those very low or non expectations. We're okay with that. So I'm gonna tell you guys like this. I'm gonna use me for an example, right? I'm 28 years old. I live on my own. I got my own car. I got my own apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment. I do everything, for myself. Now, this is what I want to say about that situation right there. I've started off at a job. I'm not gonna say what job I work at. But I've started off at a job. I started off at the bottom. Like I'm talking, I started off as a temp associate, not a temp associate, but a seasonal associate. Temp, same thing. Seasonal temp is sort of the same thing. You're basically not full time there, and it's not a guarantee that you're going to stay after that time period, pretty much. So I started off from there. I went from there to being a actual associate, still part-time, but I was an actual associate. It wasn't okay, after this certain time period, you're going to be let go. So I worked my way up from that, and then I was able to get a full-time position. And then I went from that full-time position to another full-time position. And then I went from that full-time position to another full-time position. And then I went from that full-time position to like a higher up full-time position. And from that position, I went to a manager's position. So I had it in my mind that when I took this job, and when this job was offered to me, that it was offered with the intentions of taking this, whatever it is that we're doing, to the next level, because that's the only reason why I feel like I want to be involved in something. I'm not involved in something just for the sake of saying, oh, it's a paycheck. Okay, cool. The paycheck is good, but I have to look myself in the mirror at the end of the day. When I'm laying in bed at nighttime and I'm thinking about who I am as a man, I have to be comfortable with that. So I'm not one of them bull crap ass guys that come into a job and just float vicariously through the damn job and just get easy money and just try to, run away from work as much as possible. I'm not that type of person. I come in, I give 100% effort, regardless if I'm sick, regardless if I'm frustrated. Man, after my breakup, I was coming to work and still producing at the level that I'm producing now when I'm not going through what I was going through in my breakup. Even when I was having problems with coworkers, I was still producing at the level. I'm still having problems with coworkers and I'm still producing. So for me, I'm saying to myself, look at all that I'm giving this place. I'm giving this place so much physically. I'm giving this place so much spiritually. I'm giving this place so much emotionally that a lot of times when I leave from this place, I am so fucking drained, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, any fucking level you can think of. When I leave from this fucking job, I am drained. And if you don't want to hear the cussing, man, you can click off. Because like at the end of the day, man, I'm finna give you guys raw emotion. I'm not cutting, I'm not editing, I'm not nothing. This is raw emotion. This is raw frustration, because I know that there's somebody on the other side of this camera that feel the same way that I feel, right? I know it is. So I'm gonna touch the people that I need to touch with how I'm talking. That's just that. And if I can't touch you with how I'm talking, then it just wasn't meant for you to touch. You can go on and go do whatever the hell else you want to do. But for those who with me, I give this place so much, bro, with very little in return. Very little in return. And I don't feel fulfilled with this place. This place doesn't satisfy me spiritually. Like when I'm accomplishing things up here, yeah, things are going good, but I don't feel like, okay, I feel I'm walking within my purpose. I feel like I'm walking within what I'm supposed to be doing. It's not the case. But at the same time, that a place like this, a 9-to-5 job, wherever you work at, 9 to 5, whether it's fast food, whether it's retail, whether it's a security guard, whatever the fuck it is, a 9-to-5 job where you show up, clock in, and get paid, or even if you're salary, you're getting paid to do whatever it is that you're doing. So we settle for a very minimal and a very purposeless life, because the thing is this. Let's just say, for me, let me tell you guys what I want to do. My love and my passion is sports. I love sports. If you know me personally, you know I love sports, right? So I want to be involved with sports. I didn't have we getting deep now. See, I didn't have that person to look up to, or those older brothers, those uncles, or that dad, or somebody to say, okay, son, or okay, nephew, or okay, youngster, that if you don't make it with playing sports-wise, you still have a career, whether that might be in coaching, whether that might be in physical training, whether that might just be a sports agent, or that might be a sports commentator, sports analyst, a sports broadcaster, a sports photographer. There's still lanes, but we was always taught that either you make it as a player or you don't, and now your life just goes to whatever it is. You go get you a job, a dead-end job, working wherever you working at, and just wait up until you die. Pretty much, with no satisfaction, no nothing for all the work that for most of y'all lazy anyway, so y'all don't deserve a damn thing. But for the ones that do bust their butts at these jobs they at, you get very little in return from that, bro. I'm talking about financially, even. Like, you look at my situation, okay, cool, yeah, everything there's levels to be grateful for. So okay, you might say I got a car, yeah, I do. You might say, okay, I got a 2-bedroom apartment, okay, yeah, I do. You might say I'm in good health for the most part, okay, yeah, I am. But at the same time, that doesn't demean us or take away or belittle whatever it is that I'm going through. You know what I mean? With the frustration that I'm feeling in this place. For me to be communicating things that we need to do better as a team, and these things never get addressed, they never get fixed. You just keep coming in and rolling in and doing a hamster wheel of the same stuff every freaking day. Nothing else ever changes. It's the same pattern every day. And it's like, at some point, bro, you become burnt out. You just become burnt out, man. Mentally, you become burnt out. Physically, spiritually, like your demeanor just changes. Like, have you ever walked into a place and it's like, as soon as you walk in there, it's like everything you just be like, man, I do not want to freaking be here. I know some of y'all do. I know somebody feels just like that too, whatever their job. And it might even be your job, dog. It could be walking into your house with your relationship, with your person. Whether it's you a guy with a female, or whether it's a female with a guy, it could be the same thing, because we all settle for that as well. Now that's gonna be for another video. I ain't gonna dive all the way into the relationship aspect, because we settle for that too. And that's a whole nother situation in itself. But we're gonna go back to what we was previously talking about, and that's the work and the purpose, walking in purpose. So my thing is this: I'm trying to create a lane for myself, and I'm doing very good at it. I still got a ways to go, but I've come a long way as well. I've come a very long way, but there's still a lot of progress left to be made. But it's not easy. It's not just like that. It's like, I'm not gonna be making a living from this right away. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time for me to finally actually be able to get to put myself in a position to where, for one, I can even make any type of money from it. But then not only that, but being able to, sustain myself, be able to take care of myself and support myself off of this income. That's so much more difficult. Purpose wise, I feel I'm walking in purpose, but at the same time, the financial aspect isn't catching up, right? So we settle for these 9 to 5, these dead end jobs, because guess what? Once we go clock in and get on the clock, we're getting paid for everything, whether it's orientation, whether it's, actually work, whether it's some type of training. You're getting paid, drug, all that. You're getting paid for all that. There's no, oh, you're gonna do all this and maybe a year from now or 2 years from now you will finally get your paycheck from it, or maybe 5 years from now, whatever the case may be, you will finally be making enough money to be able to support yourself full time from it. That's not the case at all. You will be doing this stuff for a long time and might not see no return on your investment. And then it all depends on levels of how you characterize progress. Sometimes progress doesn't always have to be financially. Sometimes progress can be what you're learning to make you so much better at whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I mean? But it's just like I say, man, we just settle for something that's so instant. And man, believe me, and by no means when I'm making this video am I telling you saying, okay, buck the system and just don't work nowhere because 9-to-5s don't value you. Well, we know 9-to-5s don't value you, just like they never did value, just like even going down the line later, 10, 15, 20 years from now, they never will. But that don't stop you from doing what you have to do until you're able to do what you want to do. So you have to be able to support yourself as a man. So you have to be able to put aside feelings and put aside not wanting to do something or not liking this person or that person and say, okay, at the end of the day, I'm a man. I have to support myself, or if I have a family. So whatever it is I'm experiencing at this place, I'm just going to have to put that stuff to the side and push forward, because that's what we do as a man. And that's what you're supposed to do as a man. And that's what any real man who classifies themselves as a man does. You know what I mean? So, but it's just like it's a black hole, man. Put it pretty much like that. That's a black hole. You know, like I say, man, if I can touch anybody, man, if you're an older person like me, you know, that's probably like, you know, let's say, man, maybe 20 plus, you know, that's out of school, and it's just working, man. Find a passion, go to trade school, go to something and try to figure out something, man, because something is better than just these 9-to-5 warehouse jobs that don't value, that don't give a damn about you, and that's benefiting more from you than you are from them. Pretty much. Think about the money that you're getting paid, right? Think about the work, the labor, the time, the effort, the damage that this stuff is doing to your body, whatever it is that you're doing, the things that you might be inhaling chemically that can fuck you in the long run. Think about all of that, and think about your paycheck, and think about how much the people who's making the paychecks are getting paid off you. They're paying you crumbs. Like I'm gonna put it into an example like this. I ain't gonna go too long in this video, but this probably gonna be my last thing. So I'm gonna show you the dynamics of a 9-to-5 and things like that. So for those who may not know, or those who may know, when you live in a wildlife, you have a structure, you have a chain of command, you have tiers, you have levels, right? So this is basically how we are paid. This is how we're fed off. So you got the top level is the predators, right? So we're gonna go to Africa with lions. You know, the open savannas, the open grasslands. That's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go touch there in Africa, the Serengeti and things like that. So you got the top tier, which are lions, right? So lions, for the most part, take the most prestigious food that you can get: zebra, Cape buffalo, wildebeest, things like that smaller animals can't get, right? So once a lion kills this animal, he takes and she takes, they take everything that they can get from it: meat, nutrition, everything, right? So guess what? Once they leave it, now you got the hyenas, the scavengers. You know, but it's tiers to that. So you got the lions that's getting the forefront of everything, and they're just letting everybody else, you know, get their little pickings and things like that. That's like the topper chain of these corporations. So now you go to the scavengers. You got the scavengers where it's the hyenas. Like I said, it's tiers. You got the hyenas. They come and take pretty much whatever is left that the lions didn't want. So once the hyenas take what they want from it, most of the time it probably ain't nothing left over with the hyenas. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But in the rare chance that there is something left over, now you got the vultures, and you got the not the wild dogs, wild dogs. I would put them on the same level with the hyenas. Man, what's that? The jackals, I believe that's their name. The jackals. You got the vultures and you got the jackals. You know what I mean? And then just everything else is just for the environment or the dirt to just soak up. We're on the dirt. Like, we're getting the last of the last. Like, you got the lions, you got the hyenas, the wild dogs, and then you got the vultures, you got the jackals, and then you got the environment that just adapts to what else is left, whether it's bone crust or whatever. The environment just sucks it up. The dirt inhales it, or just the wind carries it, but the environment, and that's us. So we're getting crumbs merely. We're not getting nowhere near full nutrition, nowhere near the full productivity of what we could be getting from if we just pursue purpose and say, man, you know what? I'm finna go start something for myself and work towards this and try to make this thing happen. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, I don't want to just bore y'all to death, but I will be touching on that relationship thing too, because we all settle for relationships or even just career wise, and we just got to get out of those habits. I know everybody's not going to do it. It's not meant for everybody to do. You know what I mean? Like they say, if it was easy, everybody would do it. So it's a reason why it's not a lot of millionaires. It's a reason why it's not a lot of people who's actually enjoying and living life on a day-to-day basis, right? The ones that want to are the ones that do. And how do you want to? Through your actions, through you walking in purpose, no matter what. Win, lose, or draw, fail until you finally succeed. And those are the ones that end up having that level of success, man. But that's it for this video, man. If you enjoyed this video, man, do me a big favor, man. You can smash the thumbs up button, you know, subscribe if you enjoyed it, because I got more content left, man. And I'll see y'all in the next video.